Hey everyone, how is it going? Hi, this is actually my first podcast I'm gonna be doing. Um, so I was thinking about this, over the past couple of weeks about starting a podcast. I've listened to many podcasts about streaming and from bigger streamers and whatnot. But I never really found a podcast that was about, you know, the affiliate streamers, smaller streamers. I feel like we all have a story to tell about why we stream, why we do what we do. So yeah, I figured I didn't find anything about this, so I figured I'd just create the podcast and go from there and see where this goes. So my idea for right now, because actually I'm about a week early from when I wanted to start. This was supposed to be a post 2018 thing, our post 2017 thing. So next Wednesday was supposed to start. This is going to be? I'm going to go through, talk to streamers around my size, and this podcast will be like a spotlight to spotlight on that particular streamer, get to know them, get to hear about their journey, what they're about. As this being the first episode, you don't really know who I am. So this first episode is more so going to be who I am as a streamer, what I'm about, what my goals are from streaming, what I plan to do in the future, and things like that. I'm probably going to be recording this every Wednesday because of the way the affiliate program works and the way posting it to YouTube. This most likely would probably go up tomorrow around this time, if not Friday morning. I'm still figuring that out. I gotta figure out how to actually schedule a video to go up on YouTube for a podcast like this. And then from there, currently I only on Podbeam. I'm gonna look into getting into iTunes and probably Google Play. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what it's gonna be like. It's a Twitch Spotlight podcast on streamers. Let's get into it. So for those who don't know me, my name's Skar43 on most of my social platforms, which are down below the channel, where I normally post stuff. So my background is I'm the Skar43 or Skar43 here on Twitch, pretty much everywhere and anywhere on any social platform. It's either one or the other. Down below my channel has all the links to those social platforms, so if you want to follow me there, I typically post on my Twitter, usually on the daily, multiple times throughout the day. I am always at least posting one photo or something onto Instagram. Facebook I gotta work on. I don't post that often. I kind of forget about it. I actually didn't post before doing this to actually, that I was doing a podcast today, and then also, where does that leave me? YouTube. So this video will be going to my YouTube. In 2018, I'm looking to do a little bit more with my YouTube channel. Currently, I try my best to post a video every week. Typically what it is just like videos that pretty much document my journey from when I started to where I'm at now in Twitch streaming. So this week, for example, the videos may overlap because this podcast is going to be going over what I'm about, and the video is going to be going over, probably what my past week was, and, getting ready for the new year. So pretty much, I work full time. Probably until about April, I worked as a manager in a retail store, so my hours were very up in the air when I worked on a weekly basis. Sometimes I worked in the morning, sometimes I worked at night, and it varied from week to week, so I didn't really stream before that. Also made it hard too because when I worked in a store, because I was a manager, I'd work almost 10-hour days. I worked 47 and a half hours a week as a manager. So usually by the time I got home after work, like if I worked during the daytime, I'd eat dinner, do my things, and I'd be passed out early to then probably most likely wake up the next day to then go to work either in the morning or at night and then do it all over again. But in about April, I actually got a full-time position at the corporation that I used to work for at a store at their corporate office. And I was able to open my schedule up to doing other things. So pretty much that's when I was thinking about in the back of my brain that I should probably get back into streaming, because before that I tried to stream probably back in 2015. I streamed back in 2015, but it just didn't work out with my schedule. It was just one of those things I couldn't focus on doing a podcast, stream, just because I couldn't be consistent at my schedule because I was working so many weird hours. So once I got this current job I have, I was able to now do streams on a consistent basis, at night. But anyway, back to what I was saying is the reason why I started streaming is because when I was younger, I would play games a lot with my friends, and from watching people stream, because I think I've been on the website since like 2013 or 2014. I saw these people stream the games they were playing, and they had a whole bunch of people watching them, and some people would have play with them and do activities in the games with them. And as I've gotten older, a lot of my friends who I used to game with have kind of fallen off from actually playing games on a consistent basis or a nightly basis. So I figured, I start up a stream and make friends with people and hang out with them while I actually created, content and played games and, have conversations about the games I was playing, and also, get information from them about, what they thought about the games I was playing. So, I mean, pretty much, I guess, is the weird thing is the reason why I started streaming was probably to make friends. As lame as that sounds, I wasn't the best. I'm not the most social person outside of currently what I'm doing. Talking to a camera, reading text. This is probably the most social I actually am. I have very few friends, so I figured streaming was probably my best way of actually meeting people. I find it easier because I don't actually have to see anyone's face. I love chatting with, viewers. Like, I have a viewer right now who's talking to me in the chat. She is, she's been a regular viewer for like, the past, I think, week or so. She's been here. She's making me laugh by saying, one of us. My overall goal is, just meet people, hang out with people, have a good time, do song requests, just hang out, have a great stream, play random games, react as the chat's reacting, create awesome conversations, even if it's, if I'm playing like Destiny 2 and we're doing, we're talking about blankets for some strange reason, or pillows, if we're talking about sleeping, but I'm playing Destiny, I just love going on random tangents and talk about random ass stuff as we're streaming. Sorry for saying the word ass. I'm not, I'll try to keep this PG-13 maybe. I mean, pretty much that's my goal for like the overall stream. What I want to do going forward in 2018 is I'm looking to do more content for my stream, provide something for people who come and watch me. Doing this podcast, for example, or making YouTube videos and things like that, I feel like is something that I feel like would expand what I do on a bigger level. I don't know. I was also thinking about making a vlog so you can like see what I do on a daily. I mean, granted, my life's not very exciting. I work a 9-to-5 job. I sit in an hour's worth of traffic on the way home, drive 45 minutes to work. It's very boring. Nothing really fancy. Streaming is my fun thing to do outside of work. The people I chat with and hang out in my chat are awesome. They love to have a good time, enjoy what I do, and we have awesome conversations about trolls and how my one moderator loves to overload trolls with a whole bunch of cuteness, which has overall been great. I mean, granted, when I first started off, it was rough. I mean, granted, streaming to myself is not very fun. One of those things I think I got wrapped up in is when I first started was all the numbers. Was looking at my viewer count and just seeing it's just me watching myself for the most part. Have a viewer count of 1. But over time, I've had people stop by, many of who are fellow streamers, and, we become good you know, streamers, you know, with each other. We like hang out in each other's chats, support each other. You know, they come drop in here, I go drop in there, show them support, they show me support. I mean, granted, you know, I never would have thought in my wildest days that someone would sub to my channel or give me bits or even donate to me in some form or manner. I thought that was like, you know, you see people do it, but you never expect them to actually we never expect them to actually do it. So that's actually one of the coolest things ever. I mean, granted, thankfully there's a affiliateship program. Because I mean, back like even a year ago, I don't think there was anything like this. So you know, you just had to grind it out until you got to, you know, 70, until you got to your like 7,500 average viewers to then eventually monetize your channel, other than tips. So yeah, I mean, I've had my highs, I've had my lows, I've had those moments where I thought, you know, I was gonna stop, but you know, I kind of pushed through it and just kept on going. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone goes through that, especially when it comes to Twitch streaming, because I feel like talking to yourself over a course period of time, but to yourself is kind of lonely, and you know, people turn on the stream and they expect people to show up, but I mean, when you're brand new, starting at zero, I mean, no one knows you're a streamer. It takes time for people to come in and hang out. I mean, in 4 months, I never thought I would get to 137 followers, and I feel like, you know, the past couple weeks have actually been pretty great. I've had new people roll in, drop a follow. Actually, I feel like this has been probably, I've had the most follows over the past couple weeks than I've had in the first 3 months. Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I mean, my viewers who've come by, you know, they like to drop awesome music. Granted, sometimes they troll. It's okay. We accept the trolls as long as it's not perverse or overly dramatic or anything bad. But, you know, I don't mind, you know, the person coming in, dropping a funny song. You know, we have a good time. You know, people like to hang out and have people come and help me get these follow trains going. Like, I had a troll come and, you know, they made 16 accounts. And they literally trolled me for 16 different accounts to make random messages that were just trolling messages that were trying to hurt me. But, you know, I had a person hang out with me and we just kind of like, we're like, whatever, you know, we just kind of like blew it off the top of our heads like it was no big deal. So, I mean, I think this is pretty much it for today's part of the podcast. I know it's kind of hard to talk to myself and keep the conversation going. I'll probably be recording this. I'll probably be recording it again next Wednesday about the same time. So I start my stream about 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll try to go for at least a half hour, if not more. I'm hoping next week I could talk to maybe another streamer, have them on, and we could talk together. I got to create then like a, you know, background or something like that to put our 2 cameras, I guess, so we can talk to one another, and, you know, we can each talk about our journeys and, you know, talk about goals and things like that. I feel like it'd be great because, you know, 2018 is right around the corner. I feel like smaller streamers like myself, you know, we all have these big aspirations for 2018, and it'd be great to talk to one another about those goals. If you want to know when I'm live, down below my channel, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, and here at TheSkar43, or on some of them it's the TheSkar43. Unfortunately, some of those were taken as just the TheSkar43, I guess because it's very basic. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back next Wednesday to record another episode of this podcast. It will probably be live tomorrow on YouTube, this video. So if you want to listen to it then, drop a comment, leave some feedback. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out and coming by, and we'll see you then.